This wall panel is the most important part of building the house. If you do not get this stage correct, the rest of the house will not flow. So it is extremely important that you make sure that it is level. And you can see I've put the laser light through this corner. But once you've also done that, check the laser light by moving it and checking each panel is vertical. If you've reached the stage where this panel is not vertical, you need to restart again and make sure that this panel is done 100% correctly. If you haven't started with a proper corner, as in any build, the build will go wrong from this point. When we place the corner panel in and the two adjacent panels to the corner, it is important that we erect this panel and secure it, because this is what's going to hold the wall going forward. To get the panel into position, we put screws in the back of the panel first. This will allow you to rock the panel away from you and towards yourself to bring the panel into a vertical situation. Once we have got it into a vertical situation and you have screws in the back, we can then get somebody to assist you to put the screws in the front. This now secures the panel so that it cannot fall over. The method for putting the wall panel in is to take the wall panel at approximately this angle, using your feet, slide the wall panel so that it engages in a tongue and groove at that bottom section there. Be very careful with your hands, because this is a scissor point. Put your hands behind. Take the wall panel, once you've got it into this position, you can then push it together, creating yourself a nice tight seal between one panel and the other. Once you've got it into this position, the best is to get somebody to assist you while you apply pressure to put in some screws at the back. It's important that you screw the panels as you go. By screwing the panels as you go, you're actually creating a webbed wall. This webbed wall will then brace the floor system. Every now and again, please take your level and check through that line that you are still 100% vertical in your laying of your panels. So you can see I've checked here, we are 100% level with what we are doing. We've got a vertical line that's lining up with the lining of the panel. You can see the male to female joint here. I'm going to put a screw that's going to go through this female section into this male section from the outside. These screws come part of your kit, and it is a good idea that you screw it in. You can also take another screw to ensure that it is, by putting the screw through this side here into your... From time to time, you're going to require to cut a panel. We do not recommend building a house to an exact panel length. The reason for that is often your dimensions that you will come to, because you are pushing panels to panels, is not going to be exact. So the real idea with this is we will measure from our back corner here to that panel. We will subtract 150 millimeters, which is our corner panel. This will give us a measurement of a panel that we need to cut. We normally will cut from the nose end, cutting away the female end on this side of the panel. The reason being is that we can insert the male of the panel into this panel, part of the panel that we have cut. So once we have determined the measurement, what we can do is we can lift this panel up and again put it into the corner exactly the same way as before, putting it in, making sure it's tight, and then screwing it off. You will notice in our pre-made corners that we have left the corner open. The reason being is that we will slide in the corner again at this angle, but we require the channel to open out at this point. We then slide in the corner panel as we did before. Once you've turned the corner with your panel and you've inserted your next panel, it's a very good idea that you take your laser light and again you check whether the panel is running vertical, okay, in this direction, and of course your corner is vertical in the opposite direction. Should you find that you need to pull panels together for whatever reason, we have found that these clamps do the job very well. You can see that you can actually place this clamp into the actual void and actually pull the panels together before you actually screw them. So when you get up to the top, if you find that you've got a great deal of distance happening between the bottom and the top, you can use clamps to pull it together.